In the heart of a tranquil village, where life flowed at the pace of the seasons and every sunrise brought the promise of another day's labor, a humble worker lived with quiet acceptance. His world was simple. Each morning, he would wake before dawn, gather his tools, and set out with his faithful buffalo to dig the rich, dark soil. These fields were both his burden and his hope, for from them he earned the meager coins that kept hunger at bay and allowed for the modest comforts of his daily existence. He made no complaint, for contentment lay in the rhythm of routine and the dignity of honest work. But fate, as it often does, had woven a surprise into the fabric of an ordinary day. As the laborer's shovel sliced through the earth, it struck something unusual, a stone that sparkled with a light unfamiliar to his eyes. Bending down, he lifted it from the soil, turning it in his rough hands, marveling at its glitter. Knowing nothing of diamonds or their worth, he saw only a pretty trinket and, amused, tied it to a string and hung it around his buffalo's neck, a small gesture to brighten their journey together. As the pair made their way through the sunlit village, a wealthy merchant spotted the strange ornament. Drawn by curiosity, he asked the laborer about the stone. The reply was honest and unassuming. It was simply a shiny rock, nothing special in the eyes of the man who found it. The merchant, appreciating its unusual beauty, offered 50 rupees for it, a sum that seemed generous to the laborer, whose needs were simple and whose happiness was unburdened by dreams of wealth. He agreed to the sale and continued on, grateful for the day's unexpected windfall. In the merchant's shop, the stone found a new home, hanging from the weighing scale as a decoration. Customers admired its sparkle, some wondering aloud about its origin, but none grasped its true value. Days passed until a jeweler, whose life was spent discerning the rare from the ordinary, entered the shop. His trained eye recognized the diamond immediately. Suppressing his excitement, he inquired about its price, hiding his intention behind casual words. The merchant, still unaware of the stone's real nature, offered to sell it for 100 rupees. The jeweler, driven by greed, tried to bargain, offering only 80. The merchant, firm in his price, refused. The jeweler left, convinced he could return and get the stone for less. That night, another jeweler entered the scene. He too recognized the diamond, but unlike his predecessor, he acted swiftly. Without hesitation, he offered the merchant 100 rupees, and the deal was done. The stone, worth a king's ransom, changed hands for a sum trivial in the world of gems. When the first jeweler returned, intent on bargaining, he found his opportunity lost. The merchant explained that the stone had been sold the night before for the full price asked. The jeweler, realizing what he had missed, erupted in anger, accusing the merchant of foolishness for letting such a treasure slip away for so little. Yet the merchant's reply embodied a quiet wisdom. "I did not know its true worth, but you did. Still, you lost it over a mere 20 rupees. The real loss is yours, for you let a fortune slip away because you could not see past your desire for a better bargain." In this tale of value, choices, and missed opportunities, the lessons are clear. Sometimes, ignorance and simplicity protect us from the burdens of greed, while knowledge, if not acted upon with courage and fairness, can become its own trap. Opportunity rarely waits for hesitation or selfishness. Those who fixate on small gains can lose sight of the treasures in front of them, while those who act with clarity and decisiveness may find that fortune favors the bold. In the end, it is not always the one with the most knowledge who prospers, but the one who knows when and how to act. Although the humble laborer never realized the treasure he had unearthed, his simple satisfaction shielded him from the regret that later befell the others. The merchant, acting with honesty and fairness, earned a modest gain but lost the chance for a fortune through indecision. The jewelers, with their knowledge and ambition, stumbled over their own greed, squandering the moment for greater reward. In the end, the story reminds us that wisdom, tempered by timely action and free from avarice, leads to true opportunity.